You are optimistic. You are positive. You're excited about chiropractic. You're excited about yourself. You're excited about your practice. You're excited to reach more people with your practice, with your hands and your influence. You're excited to build an exceptional life of productivity. You're excited to become more prosperous. You are, in fact, prosperity itself. You're generous and you are filled with love. You give love and you're able to receive love. You live a fitness-centered life. You lead by example and you're having fun. There's a time to work and there's a time to play. Your purpose is to become smarter. Your purpose is to become more powerful. Your purpose is to become more capable and driven and excited. Yes, once again, aggressive. Your purpose is to become a superior version of yourself by increasing your awareness of what's going on in the world. Your awareness of what chiropractic is really all about. Your awareness of how money works. Your awareness of how debt works. Your awareness of legitimate health. Your awareness of how relationships really work. Your relationship with yourself. And your relationship with the creator of the universe. Your knowledge, your understanding, your motivation is increasing. You wake up ready and excited for the day, grateful. Your hands-on skill is always improving. No arrogance with technique. We all are amateurs. We all need a lot of work. We want to get better. That's why they call it practice. Your communication skill, your ability to use your voice. Can you pause when you speak? Can you speed up when you need to and then slow down when it's appropriate to do so? Can you be more serious? Can you lighten up and say, hey, now's the best time to get this taken care of and to get started with care. Now is the best time. It's never going to be easier. It's never going to be less expensive. Do you have range with your voice? Do you have the ability to control your voice and speak with power and speak with fun and to keep it light and to make it more serious and to pause and have all of this control? Your communication skill. Many chiropractors really suffer because they do not know how to use their voice. We want to build your communication skill and your mastery in the art of your having an exceptional life. That's what we want. Every single podcast does 4 things for you, causes you to attract great new patients, great high-value cases for you, causes you to become a more capable motivator, you to become a more capable persuader, empowers you to make smarter long-term decisions as relates to what? Love and relationships, health and fitness, career and practice, money. Every single podcast energizes you physically, energizes you mentally, energizes you financially. A great lead-in today. I sit here, I kind of feel for the people who might be watching on YouTube because, see, I don't show up and figure out what I'm going to wear and get the place all set up and smash the like button and all this begging that happens on all these websites that's just sickening. Oh, like me so I can feel good about myself. I roll into my office to work. I get here early and I grind hard, creating and inventing and preparing material and events and coaching and consulting and private trainings and group trainings and calls and Zooms, all of these things to have massive influence and impact. I don't dress up to come in here and grind. So when you see me on YouTube like this, I am in the trenches working, training, getting the job done. There's a time to be pretty and there's a time to get the work done. And when I do these podcasts, I'm working, I'm getting the work done. I'm not trying to put on a show. The quality of the material is what counts. And there's a time for live events where it's time to really, really look nice and sharp and have that polish. And as I'm indicating here, there's a time to just get in there and get the work done. That's what we're doing here today, and that's what we do every time we train. We're here to get the work done. I got quite a few things for you today. I want to start with one of our laws of success. There are many. Look at some of them I have in front of me right now. The law of choice, the law of change, the law of optimism, the law of values, the law of motivation, the law of subconscious activity. I'd like to sit there and talk about all of them. They're so great. Maybe we'll do a couple. The law of choice. You are always free to choose the content of your conscious mind. You are always free to choose the content of your conscious mind. You are free to choose what you think about anything. In the final analysis, that really is like one of the only things that cannot be taken away. But it's being attacked. The system is trying to get you to think what they want you to think about things. So people think they have freedom of thought, but really they don't. They've been programmed. One thing I want to protect is my ability to choose my own thoughts. You're always free to choose the content of your conscious mind, but in so doing, you are choosing every other part of your life, because what you think about things determines what you feel about things. We do what we feel like doing, and what we do determines our results in all areas of our life. So everything going on in all 4 areas of your life, love, health, career, and money, is coming from what you've chosen to think. That's why we train. That's why I use these affirmations at the beginning. Why? I've got to make sure that we are programming the conscious mind with powerful words. Productivity, prosperity, generosity, love, fitness, fun, motivation, understanding, knowledge, awareness, skill, mastery, exceptional. It's no mystery what I'm doing here. The law of choice. Let's choose the right thoughts at the right time and the right place to get the right results. Let's tie that law in with this one. The law of subconscious activity. Whatever thought or idea mixed with emotion that you hold in your conscious mind will be accepted as a command by your subconscious mind. Here's a key word here. A lot of people don't know how this works, but here it is. Many people have an idea what they want and they think about it quite a bit, but nothing ever happens. Why? No emotion. Whatever thought or idea mixed with emotion that you hold in the conscious mind will be accepted as a command by the subconscious. It takes emotion as the catalyst to get your subconscious mind to realize, oh, this is something that Tory wants to take seriously, versus just having, see, you have all these thoughts in your mind, but the subconscious mind cannot lock on to any unless there's emotion. All the thoughts you have don't go in and program the subconscious mind. That's not possible. You see that? There has to be a filtering mechanism, and the filtering mechanism is emotion. This is why if you don't like something and you get emotional about it, well, then you're just going to attract more of the same, because that's what you programmed into the subconscious mind. And then people continue to perpetuate that, and they can't figure out why. And then they get even more angry, and then they cause more emotion, and they get more of the same. See how it works? The downward cycle, the negative feedback loop, the downward spiral. So we have to get excited about the things that we want, excited about the conditions and the qualities and the traits and the attributes that we want to possess, moment in and moment out. Emotion. I can sit here and get into a white-hot burn for what I want to do in the upcoming year as it relates to sharing and learning and teaching, inspiring and motivating, causing change, being flooded right now. Tory, I did this, I did that. All these records broken over and over and over. Whatever thought or idea mixed with emotion that you hold in the conscious mind will be accepted as a command by the subconscious mind to go after the people and the places and the opportunities, the circumstances, the situations required to make it reality in your life. So if you cannot get excited about what you want, your subconscious mind says, well, she doesn't care, so I won't go and do the work. See, your subconscious mind wants to do the work for you. People don't realize that the most valuable thing you have is a subconscious mind that's connected to universal intelligence. And the goal through food and the media and the air and the water is to get people so poisoned they completely lose their ability to create and just become good little boys and girls that run along like little puppets. In the airport again yesterday for the, 100th time this year, people running around with masks on. How is that even possible? And they're half falling off their face. What do they think? Are these people with masks, do they think, they must think this, that there's some bug flying around in the air that's going to go up their nose and kill them? That's what they have to be thinking, right? What do these people think? They're not thinking. That's the whole problem. They're not thinking. Do you realize the number of people that you see every day in the airport, shopping mall, wherever you go, that are motoring through the day on just instinct and habit and repetition from the past so they can continue to do stuff in the future? Buy food, cook food, go to sleep, wake up, drive down these roads, put gas in the car. Just this stuff they already know how to do on autopilot. And then there's people that can think and create and process. One of our favorite affirmations, I have an audiographic and photographic mind. I remember and retain everything that is important. I see everything going on in every situation well before everybody else. And I'm able to evaluate and make my decisions smartly and carefully and in a superior fashion. See, that's what happens here at Winner's Edge, where we give you the edge to win in life by having superior thinking. And a couple of the things here, the law of choice. You can choose what you want to think. That's why we have to have goals. Then the law of subconscious activity states that we've got to get excited about those, to plant those into the subconscious. So that mysteriously, but not mysteriously, the right people and the places and the circumstances and the situations will just start to fall into place for things to go the way you want them to go because you got excited about it. And you didn't get excited about what you don't want. More people get mad more easily than they get excited about what they want. Easy to anger, very difficult to get excited. And they wonder why their life sits there and goes in circles. You have to be very cool. All kinds of things get me wound up. But I just have to shake my head, and what do? It's one of our many winner's edge tactics for powerful living. We just simply say, oh, joy. Oh, marvelous. We actually call the things we don't like by words like joy and marvelous to make sure we do not accidentally plant what we don't want in the subconscious mind. And what do we achieve? Got to get excited about what you want. Got to know what it is that you want. We get excited about it. A burn. Fervor. Energy. Yes. 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 What is chiropractic? Several different points here today. Variety of topics. Chiropractic is very simple. Chiropractic is very simple. And we see here today in the modern era where you grab a chiropractic magazine like the American Chiropractor or Chiropractic Economics magazine. And I want you to look through those and tell me how much chiropractic you find. I'm not sure if there's any. Remember now, magazines exist to sell advertising and make money for the publisher of the magazine. And there's no excitement and there's no sales in selling actual chiropractic anything. All the money for those types of institutions are made with everything other than chiropractic. All the modalities, all of this, all of that, all the stuff that's not chiropractic. And by the way, all the stuff that nobody really cares about. Really think about this. What is the single most valuable thing you could ever do in a million years as a chiropractor? That is give adjustments. Nothing is more powerful. Nothing is worth more money per minute. Nothing takes less time. Nothing has more value as it relates to genuine health from the inside out versus something superficial. Nothing is more organic. Nothing is cleaner. Nothing is what you might say safer in its ability to bring a result with low risk. Chiropractic is so unbelievable, but chiropractors, or many people, are so quick to sell out for something else. It's just a mystery. Do you see that as a mystery like I do? All chiropractic is in the anatomical way of looking at it, you might say. Keep all the vertebrae shoved forward. Make sure the atlas is set right. That's it. Keep all the vertebrae shoved forward. All these fancy listings, PRSM, all of that, whatever, came about way later, and it's all bubblegum. That's just such silly talk. I want you to think about this. Those types of fancy listings, it's like parkour, where someone's like running and doing flips off from one building to another, right? Like we talk about, and when someone can't even walk. Until you can get behind the vertebra with a piezoform contact and shove it forward and do that with all of the vertebra, there is no talk about mammillary or none of that fancy talk. There's no talk about back handsprings and twisting backflips until you can, just walk backwards maybe. Do you get my point here? You got to be able to do the foundational, fundamental stuff. Shove the vertebra forward. Because when you do that, it makes the nerve holes as wide open as possible. Because when you do that, it makes the body weight go through the vertebra versus into the vertebra, causing them to degenerate faster. Do you realize that's what degeneration is? If the body weight's going through the vertebra, split 50-50 through the acetabula, through the femurs and down into the ground, okay, you don't really rot. But as soon as you buckle the spine, then the body weight's going into the spine, Wolff's Law takes over, and here comes the DJD. Keep all the vertebra shoved forward. Yeah, but Tory, I use a tonal model. Well, whatever that model is, that's your choice. Okay? Your choice. Tory, I'm an Atlas-only person. Great. Okay? Is that chiropractic? Well, it probably is, but in the comprehensive sense of chiropractic by its founding, see, think about that. Do we get to define what chiropractic is? Just imagine if you created a profession where you make adjustments to the vertebra of the spine, you get behind them and shove them forward. You call it chiropractic. You and your friends coined the incredible term subluxation. Tie it with the term adjustment. Chiropractic, subluxation, adjustment. The three words that are the core of the whole profession. And then years later, people take the thing that you invented and they just start making up their own definition for it. Can you believe that? Can you just make up what baseball is? Can any baseball player just walk on the field and go, well, I think baseball is this now. I'm going to have two bases, and we're going to move the pitching mound this way, and we're just going to roll the ball, and we're going to hit it with a hockey stick. Can you do that? No, you can't do that. Baseball is baseball, and it has a set of rules, and everybody gets into baseball, and it's a matter of who can play by the rules the best. But in chiropractic, everybody jumps into chiropractic, and they change the definition of it for themselves. Isn't it an unbelievable thing? Now, we love the art within that, and it is fascinating, and I'm not saying these things aren't good. I'm just saying that it isn't that interesting. Chiropractic is one thing. It's been defined. And in the simplest sense of the foundational core historical definition of this thing called chiropractic, it's very simple. Get behind the vertebra and shove them forward. Keep them shoved forward, because then and only then are the nerve holes wide open, the body weight's going through the vertebral bodies as squarely as possible to move the body weight through the spine out and to maximize nerve power, maximize mobility, which then maximizes circulation, minimizes degeneration. It's what health is. In fact, you might even go so far as to say optimal health is when all of your vertebrae are shoved forward and the atlas is set properly. There. Now we have full power going to the body, all the information from the body through the big nerve holes, up the spinal column to the brain to get information back to the brain. There. Now we have maximum adaptation. The main thing I'm sort of getting to here is every year, everything that's good gets weakened. There is an effort, in case you haven't noticed, to destroy in the world everything that is good. Nature's being destroyed, the food is being destroyed, relationships are being destroyed, education is being destroyed, health on a global level is being destroyed, health at a cellular level is being destroyed, health at a mental level is being destroyed. Is this not obvious? There is this massive effort to destroy everything in God's creation. There's reasons for this. It's a theological thing. I could explain exactly why that's what's going on, but that's a topic for another day. There's an exact and precise and obvious reason for why the world is the way it is and what's going on. And once you understand that and get that figured out, and you can sort of see the theological light with this, that makes navigating the world much more simple. Like I say to people, it's only going to get worse. Everything you see that you don't like is going to get a lot worse. So right now is as good as it's ever going to be. See, here in this generation, there used to be a term called, you used to do this for posterity. In other words, your kids' generation, their kids' life was going to be better than yours. If you lived during World War II times, okay, you had kids, your kids' life was better than yours because they didn't have to go and suffer, you might say. Now we have an era where your kids' life will not be as good as yours. The food won't be as good. The schools won't be as good. All of this stuff. The debt will be higher. Just think about this flow and this trend. Now, I'm kind of painting a dark picture here, but I'm going to bring it back in just a second, okay? So hang with me. My chiropractic college debt, $128,000. Now it's $300,000. I built out an office for $20,000. Now we've got bids coming in for $220,000. Back then, insurance paid a greater percentage of care. Now it pays hardly any percentage of care. So the debt is going through the roof, and what you can collect is being squished. The philosophy is being squished. The education is being squished. Everybody's jerking around on their phone, so they're not focusing on their technique, so they don't have any real skill that anybody wants to pay for. I mean, this is a perfect storm here. There's no education in chiropractic anymore, where my era, we were education monsters. Okay? So we have a very unique situation. It's all by design on the evil side of things. Now, within this is the opportunity. Within this is the opportunity for you. You have the opportunity to work hard, think properly, do the right things, and truly build an exceptional chiropractic life. And that is the challenge. The challenge for you is to see if you can use your brain, the information you have available, good coaching, video material, audio material, written material, rubbing elbows with the right people, so that in this world that's like a swamp, somehow you can make it through successfully. You see, that's the challenge. The challenge is to get through with health and vitality and money and low debt and fun and generosity and inspiration and motivation. That's the challenge. The challenge for you is to see if you can win this game, and it is a big fat game. It's a big fat game, and you're out to see if you can win it. Most people can't win it. Their health has been ran over the edge. With debt and all this, their backs have been broken. They've lost their motivation. Most people have lost. The world system got them. It beat them up. It got them. They have no chance of winning. You have a chance to win because you've got chiropractic principles on your side. The science, art, and philosophy of things natural. The way they're supposed to be. The way they're designed to be. The way are designed to be. The way they all are designed to be. So really accept this now. Think about this clearly. You have a challenge ahead of you, and your goal is to navigate through all of this craziness and figure out the way to win. There's always a way to win. There's the way to win with love and relationships. There's the way to win with your own health and your own fitness. There is the way to win in practice, and we have it. Which, by the way, allows you to win financially, which allows you to win with your health, which allows you to win with your relationships. Because your work is the thing that generates income, and you need money to survive with all four of them. Your challenge, your aspiration is to go, hey, can I win in this game? And I am here to give you whatever edge is possible so you can win. And the forces against you are formidable, and they get greater every year. You have to grow and get better by 10% just to stay the same year to year, because the forces against you are greater. Things are being signed into law. Inflation, the value of the dollar, the quality of the food supply, the amount of corruption with relationships, the corruption of people knowing what a man is and what a woman is today. We call that the reprobate mind. We don't have time to talk about that. So the challenge for you as a chiropractor is to make it through this life and win, to get through to the other side. And the other side is the side after student loans are paid and you got money put away. And even though there's a lot of corruption in the system, you've been able to use legally through investment ways to make passive income in a system where 90% of the people lose on their investments. You get through years and years, and you've got health and vitality intact. Friends, family, love, giving love and receiving love intact. The challenge is to win the big fat game. Are you winning right now? Are you profitable? Is your debt going down systematically? Is your wealth increasing? Do you understand the investments required to generate passive income? Are you fueling your body? Is your body going the wrong direction health-wise year to year? Or is it holding strong or improving year to year? My body weight as a chiropractor has basically been the same for 30 years of me practicing. If your weight is increasing year to year, you're losing. You're losing. And I'm trying to get people to get sick of losing. Not tolerate losing. Not tolerate losing in practice. Losing in relationships. Losing financially. Losing with patients, losing with staff, no more losing. Give yourself permission to win. Give yourself permission to get better. Give yourself permission to try harder. You can't let the system break your back because that's what it's trying to do, and damn it, you can't let it. The Grim Reaper is following you around every day just hoping that you find yourself in doubt, hoping you're disappointed, hoping you're in fear, hoping that you're scared, hoping that you eat garbage, hoping that you mismanage money, hoping that you're lazy, so that the Grim Reaper can wipe all of your chess pieces off the table and laugh at you pitiless. You've got to win the game. And it takes strength, and it takes power, and it takes knowledge, and it takes a little inspiration. And it takes a little help from God. As you look ahead, it's a game. Treat things like it's a sport. Learn. Do the right things the right way at the right time with the right people. Okay? Laziness, weakness, cheapness, and stupidness. Those are the Grim Reaper's tools, and he gets most people. And I hope he hasn't gotten you. Hasn't gotten you to be cheap. I've got chiropractors that can't figure out that it's worth spending $12,000 a year to learn how to collect $50,000 to $200,000 more every year for the rest of their career. They can't seem to figure that out. They can't get that math done. And they hover and they sneak around my material and aren't quite sure if they should join. They're not quite sure if $100,000 in return is worth spending $12,000 for. They're not quite sure about that. Why? because their brain is all clouded and they're all blinded by the dark forces of the world. And somehow they can't see the obviousness that is. Just call that a mystery. Laziness, weakness, cheapness, and foolishness. Those are your 4 enemies to conquer. Diligence, strength. You spend where you need to spend to get the return. Money is what you pay. Value is what you get. You're going after value. Where can you put in money and get value? Put money in, value. That's what an investment is. Money goes in, you get more in return over time. That's value. You put in $100,000, you get $110,000 back. That is value. But that's not as valuable as paying $12,000 and getting $100,000 back. But somehow people can't. Be one of the few that has made the decision to win in this game called life in all 4 areas of it. Tory out.